So, hello and welcome back, guys, to my YouTube channel. Today, we will discuss about a few another topics of Cypress that is to be covered. In the previous video, we have covered mouse actions, drag and drop, and scrolling function in Cypress. And today, we are going to cover the topics of Cypress that are Cypress hooks, Cypress tags, and how to navigate right between browsers, and as well as the simulating back, forward, and reload button in browser. So we will understand what these topics are and how they work in Cypress. For let's start today's video. So today we are going to discuss these topics, these four topics. I'll explain you all the topics and tell you how they work in Cypress and how to basically take action on these things. Okay. So first of all, we have Cypress hooks. Basically, the hooks are a way to perform a certain set of tasks before, after each every test case, right? And basically, if we talk about the another definition of these hooks, hooks are basically annotations used for reference to run your test cases. Basically, like we create the test cases in our Cypress script. So, like we have 10, like we have 5 to 10 test cases written in type Cypress. And what we have to do, we have to just run a few test cases like before each, after, and after each, like before each test case, or before all the test cases and after all test cases. So we will learn about this in this video as well. So there are few types of hooks used in Cypress that are basically before each, after, and after each. These are the basically annotations that are used in the Cypress hooks with which we have to deal. Like we use the annotations in TestNG as well. So we use most of the annotations in TestNG to run or to denote annotations before the test case is to run. In the Cypress, we have only four hooks that is to be used, like before each, after, and after each. We will discuss about these hooks in this video. First of all, I'll come to the before hook that is to be used in Cypress. Before hook is used and it runs once before starting the execution of first test specified using it in the describe block. The meaning of this line is that basically we have before hook that we use before all the test cases to be executed. Basically, we have a few test cases written in types in our Cypress. We have another test case that is to be executed before all the test cases. So there we annote that test case with the before hook. Like it has a syntax of before. In the bracket, we basically provide some description of that before hook. We make a function and in the function we write that the code that is to be executed before all test cases, and then we close this tag, right? This tag. Let us see the practical implementation of before hook. I have created a folder of named hooks and navigations. So here I will show you how to implement the hooks in Cypress. So first of all, we have to write the describe block. This one, like hooks, right? Make the arrow function. Inside that arrow function, we will write the it block. Like here we have to just before we are going to use the before hook here. Before test cases, right? Here a function we have written this. So this is the code that is to be executed before all the test cases. So we have to write the test before the code before running all the test cases. So let us print cons- hook, right? After that, we will write after this that it block test case. We'll write it as this one. After this, we will write a, actually we are just taking an example like here. Test case. Let us write few test cases. Function console dot test case 2. Let us write again another one. Test case 3. Like arrow function inside it, write the when it is test case 3, right? So here are the few test cases that I have written. So as to just to take example, I have just written the console.log inside the it blocks. Here is the before block that basically before hook that is to be used before all the tests is to get. Okay, so I'm going to save it. Now let us. So guys, you can see that here all the test cases has been passed. You can see that this this is the hook that I'm just talking about. That before all that log before, right? It has just printed that before hook that we have just passed in between it cy.log. It has just passed that hook and it has just run before all the test cases. So you can see here all the test cases has been passed and these are the test cases that has been executed. But before hook has been executed after before all the test cases. So this is the before hook that we have used. Now we will see the each before each. And what this will do, this will basically before each hook, right? Got it. And now basically comes to the before each one. Basically, this will start execution before each test case. Got it? It is executed prior to the execution of an individual it blocks within a described block. Basically, this will start executing before each and every test case. The code you have written in the block of before each that will be executed before each and every test case written in your Cypress. So, for an example, this is the syntax basically. We have to use here before each and we have to just describe we have to give some description of that before each and then make a function add a function there the code that is to be executed before each test case, right? So I have written before each hook here as well, so we will see that how it works. So, I'm going to save this and you can see that here the test cases has been passed. You can see that before each hook the block that we have made for the before each hook has been executed before each test case. See, you can see here the before each before the test case 1 and before each block again before the test case 2 and before each hook before the test case 3. So you can differentiate between before and before each here as well, as the before block has been just executed before all here. but before each code of block is just executed before each and every test case, right? So we have just seen the execution of these two hooks. Now we will come to the after. Basically, when talking about the definition, it runs once after completion of all the tests specified using it in the describe block. This hook will start execution when all the test cases completed or executed. Basically, it is same as before, but the difference is that the before hook will execute before all the test cases, and after hook will executed after all the test cases. Got it? The syntax is same as the other two, the other tools have. So after it will run after all the test cases. So I'm just writing here, just erasing it, and after, yes, yes, after that, no need to do this thing. We will write it as after hook. Got it? So Control S. You can see the execution all test cases has been passed. Before the test case one, there is no hook provided. Before the test case two, there is no hook provided. But at the last, basically after all, you can see here that after all, the after hook is has been worked here, and it has passed. It has executed after all the test cases has been passed, right? So you can differentiate here before and after. The after hook has been executed after all the test cases has been passed. So after that, we have after each. It is same as before each. Basically, for the before each hook, before each hook was executed before each and every test case, and after each hook will executed after each and every test case. So talking about the description, it runs after finishing the execution of each of the tests specified using it in the describe block. Got it? So the syntax is as well the same. So let us check was each. Yeah, we do not know it with this thing. We have to just write after each year and after each year as well. So as we can differentiate, we can see the execution. So I'm going to control S, and we can see the execution at all test cases has been passed, and you can see that after each and every test case there is a after each block that has executed, and it has passed at all the test cases. So after the practical implementation, you can clearly differentiate between the hooks used in the Cypress, and you can easily implement all the hooks executive test cases. Got it? So after hooks, we have another topic of tags. So we are going to use the tags. Basically, the tags, the Cypress tags are labels that can be assigned to individual tests to categorize and group them. If we're talking about the basic definition of tags, the tags are useful for organizing tests and making it easier to find and run specific tests. Basically, we have two types of tags here: the only tag and skip tag. Talking about the only tag is utilized to execute the it block to which it is tagged. It runs the specific test case to which it is labeled. It has syntax that it dot only. Basically, the thing is that the only tag you used where you have to just run the specific it block or the specific test case. Like you have 4 to 5, you have few test cases written in your Cypress, and you have to just run a single test case from the test from 5 to 6 test cases. What you have to do, you have to just note that test case with the only tag. Got it? Let's see the practical implementation of this one. We do not have the worth of this, so we have here the 3 it blocks, and what I'm like I have 3 it blocks here, and what I have to do, I just want to run this middle one to execute it to be executed. So what I'll do, I just noted the tag and to that particular test case. What it will do, this will basically run the specific this middle one test case. Here, what is it is written the test case two, and you will see that the practical implementation, and you will see that only the test case two is printed over there. And I have controlled us, and just you can see the execution is the test case two has run. Uh, the other two has been skipped, or you can say the only test case two has been passed because we have annotated a dot only tag before that test case. So you can see the test case two has been printed here. So this is the only tag that is being used to execute the particular test case. So after that we have skip tag. The skip tag is utilized to execute the it block to which it is labeled the test case which is to be skipped. But it the syntax for the skip tag is the same as we have done in the only tag. We have to just unmute or label the particular test case to be skipped. Like I'm going to dot skip, and I'm just going to execute these two test cases and skip this one third one. Got it? I have used here the dot skip tag for this test case. Right? So what this will do, this will basically skip the third test case and execute these two test cases. So I'm going to control S here, and you can see the execution here, and you can see a blue line here as well. So it means that this test case has been skipped, and you can see that our first two test cases has been passed. So here nothing is shown inside this test case, and you can see the test body for these two test cases. Got it? So these are the tags that are been used in the Cypress. So you can see you have also seen the practical implementation as well. So after tags, we have another topic, how to navigate between browsers. So I'll show you how to navigate between the browsers. It is very simple to use. Basically, talking about the definition of browser navigation, we can say that it is defined as a way to go forward and backward to the previous or next URL in the browser history. But basically, it is the way that helps users or visitors to find content that they want to see. Basically, like if it about these are the arrows that been used to forward and backward the things. These are the things. So I'm going to use these things. So here I just show you the practical implementation as well. Simply we are taking as a google.com here. So what we have to do now, we just search for anything. Is you have to just type here some press. You have to inspect this search box as well. So, as you can basically search for the things, and then you can navigate through the browser. So I have to just find out ID. That is still it is. Yes, actually it is showing one of one result. And let us take save it get what we have to do. We have to just paste here dot type what we are going to type. We are going to type Cypress. Got it? After that, we have this thing. So it is showing one result. Right, click. Got it. Got this basic Cypress. So guys, just inspected this Google search here. Right? The results. So what we have to do now, we have just on this page, what we have to do now, we have to just first go to backward in the backward direction. Then we have to go for like here I'm doing this with backward, and then we have to go for the forward direction, and then we have to reload this one. Okay, so this like this one. What we have here, first of all, we have a backward direction. Basically, it is used to navigate the web page to the back page, right? We have a syntax here, like cy.go, and we have to just pass the value back in the inverted comma. We can also use the cy.go -1 as well. So, right? So, I'm going to do this cy.go, and I will write as back. Okay, done. So, this will be done. This should be done. Right? It has searched for the Cypress. What this will do, this will basically, yes, it has basically navigated us to the backward page of the Google, right? Got it. So let me do the things, and after that, say white dot wait of 20 seconds. Basically, I'm implementing the wait here just to show you how this has been done and how this is navigating to the backward page. And after that, we have say white dot. What we write here, we will write as forward. Again, I'm going to put wait here so that you can see the exact implementation of the code. And here I'm going to say my dot reload. Got it. So these are the basically browser navigations command to use. Basically, forward command used to navigate the web page to the next page that is in forward direction, right? Here it is. It has syntax like cy.do and the forward. You have to pass the forward in the inverted comma, right? And after that, it is a reload used to refresh or reload the current web page. It has the syntax just simply cy.reload. Got it? And here we have just executed and implemented all the browser navigation commands. And we have to just see the practical implementation of these commands. So here I'm going to save this Cypress script and see the execution. this script in the browser, in the Chrome browser in the Cypress. So I have saved this one. And you can see that Google page has been opened and it has just searched for the Cypress, and this will go backward, uh, waited for the 2 seconds, and this has again navigate to the forward page. And what the next step is to reload. And this will just this has yes waited for the 2 seconds again, and this has again reloaded the page. And you can see that a test case has been passed. So these are the browser navigations command that has been used, and I have shown you the practical implementation of these commands as well. So I think you guys has just saw the implementation of these browser commands, tags, and hooks as well. So I'll rerun for you so that you can see again the implementation of these browser navigation commands. First of all, we have the google.com here, and this will basically search for the Cypress, and clicked on this button, and here you can see it has shown us the results for the Cypress. And this will basically go to the backward direction, as we have used the go back command here, and waited for the 2 seconds, and this will go for the forward direction in the forward direction. And again just waited for the 2 seconds, and after that it reload the current page of of the web page. Yes, waited for the 2 seconds here. This has reloaded the page. So this is the implementation, practical implementation of the browser navigation commands. I'll show you. I think my PC has been stuck in between something. Okay. Yes. So let me show you with another method. Like we have -1, we have +1, right? So with this thing, it can also navigate through the browser. Let me show you. Okay, it has just browse the Google and search for the Cypress. And that is the main page. Yes, yes, our test case has been worked. And this has gone in the backward. Now it is on again comes to the forward direction, and waited for the 2 seconds. And yes, the test case has been passed. So these are the two methods through which we can deal with the browser navigation commands. So we have covered many topics that are Cypress hooks, Cypress tags, and how to navigate between browsers. So I think you guys understood the things that has been discussed in the today's lecture. So thank you guys for joining me. Please keep like sharing, subscribing to my channel. Thank you for joining.